Watch, he's not gonna see me. Look, he's not gonna see me. Jump back in the locker, jump back. No, shit, shit. Hey, jump back in the locker, jump back in the locker, jump back in the locker.
No,
oh my god, oh my
save.
god. So I'm going to talk over this one because grab animations are a little more complex than Flashlight Save animations. So if you've been playing since the current Call chapter back in 2018, then you should already know how to do this one. It's literally the same animation back then, but you haven't. So basically the timing is whenever the killer tilts their head to the left, that's when you want to start holding down M2, that's when you want to start holding down flashlight. Keep in mind, since this is the same animation from current Call chapter 2018, every single killer, starting from the Legion and from the Legion going on from there, the animation's going to be different because when the Darkness Among Us chapter was released, that's when they changed the animation, so their animation's going to be different. So relying on the animation, it's going to be a little more like tricky whenever like you get like a Ghostface or a Legion or any killers like that, because it's going to be different. But the original killers or killers before Legion, you should have no problem because like it's going to be easy, same animation from 2018. Alright, now moving on to timing. So if you plan on relying on the animation for locker saves, it's basically it's similar to the 2018 timing, the grab timing, but the only thing that's different from it is like with the grabbing, you have to start shining your beam whenever his head tilts to the left, like his head actually gets to the left. But this, you need to actually like start shining your beam whenever he starts readjusting his head. Like from going all the way to the left, starting to go back to its original position. You gotta shine it when it's like when he's starting to adjust his head back to its original position. That's how I time it. Like most of the flashlight timing, I mean all of the flashlight timing, I rely on the animation because everyone else relies on sound or like oh they count 3 seconds. I can't do that shit. I just find it easier to rely on it animation. So moving on to timing. Alright, so like a dumbass, I kind of forgot that, I kind of forgot to mention the killers that are bugged and killers that aren't bugged, especially if you don't know what that means. So for locker saves only locker saves. Some killers, whenever they grab a survivor out of a locker, like, they're bugged, so they're literally making out with the fucking locker, and their head's literally inside that shit, and you can't get a blind. And then at the end of the animation, they glitch back to their original position. Those are the bug killers, which means you can't do anything about it. Which means it doesn't work, so you shouldn't go for locker saves against these killers. Trapper. Trapper does work. You can go for flashlight saves against locker saves. Sorry, locker saves. Wraith does work. Hillbilly works. Nurse works. Hag works. Doctor does not work. Shape Michael does work. Huntress does work. Leatherface does work. Freddy Krueger does not work. Pig does not work. Clown does work. Spirit does work. Legion does not work. Plague does work. Ghostface does not work. Demogorgon does not work. Deathslinger does work, yet it's kinda harder since he's taller. Pyramid Head does work, and Oni does not work. So there, I said it. Yeah, let's not bully my level 1 Pyramid Head, please.